stand Blackhead Bill, far off Gwengoth and Azraela. First off, they walk straight in to a crossroads. Unbelievable. They don't know which way to go. Which way should they go? Should they go to the east? Should they go to the west? Should they go straight on? All they know is they've got to find Thor God Butrit, the evil demon, and they've got to destroy him. So which direction do they go in? They decide to go straight forward at Gwengoth's insistence. They decide that is probably the best way. They can always backtrack later on. Here they go, travelling on through the first doorway. As soon as they step inside the first room, they're attacked by pesky goblins. Goblins with spears. Goblins, they seem to be everywhere, skipping around poor Blackhead Bill's feet, making him feel like he's a giant. They were all over the place, in front of Gwengoth, Faroth and Azraela. Well, it was awful. But luckily, Azraela slips into the fight straight away and kills two of them, while Gwengoth destroys another two, I believe. Faroth casts a lightning spell on the last one to knock him to the ground, and there they are. The goblins, totally ineffectual, can't hit a blasted thing, don't hurt anybody at this point. Azraela steps forward. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to destroy the last couple with Blackhead Bill's help. That's what they do. Knock them to the ground, they're dead. Then they travel on, but before they get too far, just as they're about in fact to go through the doorway into the spider's room, there, Snotlings and the Snotlings decide that they're going to target poor Gwengoth. They gang up on her. They all get together, they do, and they all decide that she's going to get it in the back of her neck. There they muster around her, jumping all over her, pulling her hair. Oh, it was a horrible sight. But Azraela turned. He wouldn't let her go. He wouldn't let them drag her off and kill her. So they managed to strike back at the pesky Snotlings. Oh, they're horrible little things, all covered in snot and grime. So Gwengoth and Azraela between them, although Gwengoth was hurt again, they managed to destroy at least 5 or so of the Snotlings. Blackhead Bill lays into 2 of the Snotlings in front of him through the doorway, although quite difficult for him to do. And then Gwengoth, realising there's one pesky Snotling right round the back of Blackhead Bill, goes round the back, sees him there, and lays him low with a flurry of blows. Yeah, and at that point, Faroth finds a lovely little lightning ring which could come in handy later on. They step into the spider there. It's very quiet, very sticky, nothing much there. This is an opportunity for Faroth. He decides he's going to cast a heal on Gwengoth because she was quite badly hurt, and he does 6 wounds back on her. Very useful, especially since a great big troll suddenly appears and decides he's going to attack Gwengoth again. First of all, he tries to hit her but misses. Terrible dice thrown from wherever that was. Troll's never been good at throwing dice. Faroth casts a lightning spell straight at the troll. That doesn't do him any good, and the rest of the guys all rally around and try and help poor Gwengoth, who's being attacked all the time by the troll. They bash him from the sides. Blackhead Bill hits him in the back of the neck. Oh, it's a terrible sight, but they keep it going. They keep fighting on and on and on. Faroth, he confuses the troll and removes one of his attacks. It's very useful. That way, he hasn't quite got so many. And then, with the last few blows, they lay the troll down. He is definitely dead. Okay, but as you can see, possibly, poor Gwengoth at this moment wasn't very well either. Gave her a healing potion. She's okay now. And they move on, thinking, well, we've got the last few rooms. Oh no, it's just the last room. In fact, the chasm appears before them. They step into the room. The red hot, well, looks like baked beans to me, but the red hot chasm of the wooden bridge across, leading down towards the terrible the terrible feature, the terrible statue of Thorgog there at the far end. That's what they need to destroy. That's the whole aim of this whole adventure. They remember they've got the magic swords in their backpacks, but before they can react, they're attacked by a great big load of orcs and an ogre who immediately attacks poor old Blackhead Bill. There's arrows whizzing round their ear holes, there's orcs in their face. Gwengoth and poor Azrael being attacked. Far off manages to avoid it a little bit. He steps out of the way. But anyway, they still seem to be doing okay. They're not doing too badly at all, although the archers are giving them some grief, knocking off wounds and more. Far off has to heal everybody with one of his minor healing spells. And then Gwengoth uses her special magic spell to turn that particular orc into mush by the looks of things. Anyway, so all going well. Azrael has struck down an orc, so has Gwengoth. The troll on the bridge is making sure he doesn't step into the red hot baked beans. Oh yes, it's a very difficult job. They can't get across the bridge because of the great big ogre right in the middle of it all. He's getting right in Blackhead Bill's way. They're struggling to move on, and at the same time they still got bows, arrows shooting everywhere. The mercenary, the ogre mercenary, clobbers poor Blackhead Bill, does 6 wounds on him. He reels, but he carries on. He hits him back and he floors, he decks him, he knocks him down. He almost falls off the bridge and lands in the old red hot baked beans. Azraella, he dispatches his orc, sends him tumbling into the fiery depths as well also. And this is the turn of the tide now. They look as if they're going to get across the bridge and get to Rip after all. It looks like it's all going to work. Faroth even manages to dispatch his last orc on his side, and then as the one orc that's left on the bridge stands up to Blackhead Bill, you think he'd squash him, wouldn't you? But no, what does he do? He throws two ones for his attacks, but they all can't hurt Blackhead Bill. He can't hurt him, but this is holding us up. We can't get across the bridge. He's not going to be doing so well. Oh dear. But then Blackhead Bill realises that if he doesn't move on, it's all going to go badly wrong for the guys, and he flattens the orc out, smashes his brains in, and he topples from the bridge. This allows our heroes to move across the bridge and to get themselves right over the other side to where the archers are. The last few remnants of the defenders there, guarding protect from the heroes. So they move in to attack them. They surround them. There's still arrows flying at Gwengoth. Faroth has to do another heal on everybody, and they manage to get in combat. Blackhead Bill takes on a couple, and Gwengoth takes on her one that's close by with Azrael, as you'll see in a moment as they move up. Now then, oh, excuse me, that was awful. Hang on, just have a drink. Ah, that's better. Yeah. So they manage to kill all the orcs eventually, and then bar one. And then Faroth casts lightning to get rid of the very last orc, so they don't have to, carry on after the event. They don't want to go on any further than they need to. So at that point, they're all dead. Now then, they draw their magic swords. Oh yes, they draw their magic swords. And Gwengoth goes to go first. Strikes the demon down immediately. They don't have to mess around. No, it's all done. She's killed him. He's dead. He ain't coming back. He's gone. There's a terrible shriek, I tell you. Now it goes all over the entire dungeon. It goes from the beginning to the end. It's dreadful. But with it, that is the end of the adventure. They have managed it. Well done, guys.
Well, thank you very much for listening. I've been Crispy Ghost Tree, and I'm going to get back to drinking my ale in the Windy Wolf. So if you've enjoyed this, please press the like button. The like button. Thank you very much for listening, and good night.